and always feels so hard to just start, because it feels like a lot of time used to feel like, for me, you feel like you're aiming too far, like where you want to be in your head. So like starting just feels like such a big fucking, like, oh my god, like this is nerve wracking. But literally, it sounds so cliche and like obvious, but a lot of people struggle with it. Literally the thing you've got to do is just start. Whether that, like, literally just taking that first step and doing anything towards where you want to be, taking that first step and then just carrying on the momentum of it is so huge. And it's not gonna like happen straight away. You're not gonna do one thing towards your goals, or you're not gonna change one thing, or pick up a habit, or leave a habit behind. You're not gonna do that once and then feel like, oh my god, I've done it, or like you're not gonna feel like a new person or whatever. But starting leads on to doing it again, and then doing it again, and doing it again, and you'll do something so much it becomes a habit. And then I've read loads of things and heard loads of people say, and I heard my mate say the other day, you become your habits, and it's like so true. And it's not one of the things that people say, oh, it sounds cliche, but it's true. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, you can subconsciously be doing these things. Like, your nervous system works in a way, I forgot what it's called, but it was a saying, it works in a way as in, like, it memorizes certain patterns, and however deeply set these patterns are, they're harder to break and harder to change. So you don't even realize you're still in the same patterns you are sometimes, because how deeply ingrained the patterns are. So it can be hard to sort of like keep going with a good habit. But as long as you just keep going with it and keep going with it, more opportunities and more doors open in your mind as to, like, oh, I've done this, now I can move on to the next thing, or now I can add the next thing, and then like it all goes back to the taking action, and then you just keep going and going and going, and eventually you'll get to a point where you look back at how you were, and it's like you feel like you've come so far, but it all comes back to just taking action, like, first. So if you're stuck like procrastinating or anxious about, like, you're not where you want to be, and like you've got a vision in your head, or maybe even you don't have a vision in your head, but you just know you're not where you want to be, just start by doing something. Start by doing something in that direction, and ask yourself what habits you want to change, what habits you want to maybe add, and then once you start doing that, then things will just open up naturally.